Hey, everybody, thanks for watching this week's episode. We want to promote where you can see us. For tickets, go to joegattoofficial.com to see all my tour dates. And for Steve's, go to punchup.live/Steve-Byrne. That's Byrne. He makes it super easy to find him. And now, on to the episode.
There was a problem, yo, I'll solve. Word to your mother.
All right, guys, here we are. Two cool moms. New episode. It's coming at you right in your ear holes. I'm Joe Gatto, and I'm here with my friend Steve Byrne. That's right. Steve Byrne's here, baby. And he was in his Zen moment. He's relaxing before we get it going.
The worst is when you get in a cab.
Yep.
And it's like I'd rather like 46th and Broadway, right?
Yep.
So 46th and Broadway. Take me to 46th and 6th. Take me to 45th and 5th. Like I could walk the other block, but as we're going, he goes past 6th Avenue, and it's like the sea is parted. It's complete. He passes it up. He goes to 7th, then 8th, and once we hit 8th, it's just it's like a movie.
Yeah.
And I just sat there for 20 minutes boiling. Knowing
nothing infuriates you more than sitting in traffic, because you know when, especially when you're late and I'm here waiting for you.
Yeah.
And you've stayed in the city, and I came from Long Island, and it took me an hour and 45 minutes to get here, and then I'm here first.
Yes. So I had to go on an errand.
You did do an errand.
So this is one cool mom and one hot mom. Fire, sound effects.
Angry. What was your, my mom used to fire up when she was, if I knew my mom was in a bad mood, I used to like literally hide from her.
Was she often in a bad mood?
No. If she got fired up about something, or Jerry would get her hairs up about something. My dad had this saying that was so funny. He used to say to me and my sisters, we still always like laugh about it. My father goes, listen, when your mom's not happy, he goes, if she goes upstairs, you go downstairs. If she comes downstairs, you go upstairs. That's what he would say. So you would see me and my sisters like beep, 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 like, it was like that game, that mousetrap game, you know? Yeah. We used to do that. But I used to have a couple of hiding spots for my mother. Mm-hmm. And I still remember like my mom was looking for me once, and I was like hiding because my bed was against the wall, but my headboard, it wasn't like there was room behind it. So like I made like a little, I would be able to sit behind the headboard, between the headboard and the wall, and you couldn't see me if I was sitting there. And I used to just sit there like my G.I. Joes and like playing with them. And then my mom, and I used to be like, go up and be like, is it safe? To my sisters. And then they're like, no, I like hide still. It was like my bunker. For real. I was playing with G.I. Joes in it. Yeah.
Was she often, would it take a lot to get her to that point?
No, it wouldn't.
But
it was short-lived. And she'd be fired up. And they're like, hey, where are you? What do you want for dinner? Like, be like, this fucking thing. Oh, hey, what do you want? Hey, did you do your homework? Like that whole thing.
Right.
She wouldn't really be that fired up, but she would get fired up quick. And then, you just couldn't be in the range of eyesight when she was.
Italians are the only ones that I know that if you're temperamental, you get to use your ethnicity as an excuse.
I'm a hot-blooded Italian.
Yeah, I'm Italian. What do you want from me?
Oh, you must be Sicilian.
Yeah. It's like that.
You're pizza square. You don't give a shit. You don't adhere to the triangle. Yeah.
By the way, Sicilian, I'll take a Sicilian any day over traditional.
Any day. I love a fat Sicilian.
Oh.
That's why I molded my life after a Sicilian slice. I'm like, I want to be that. A crunchy.
Now, what's the shirt say?
This is my shirt. It says, it's me, hi.
I'm the cool mom. It's me. Is that a Taylor Swift song?
It's a Taylor Swift song, yeah. It's me. Hi. But she didn't say cool mom. But I got this as a gift from a fan. Gave me a cool mom shirt.
It looks like they personally made that.
They didn't. Target did, I think.
But you're a big Swiftie.
I'm a big Swiftie. I enjoy a good Swift. You got Swifts in the house. Your daughter's a Swiftie, right?
My daughter is obsessed. I hear that it's one of those things where I hear it and all the songs sound the same to me. Yeah. I know it's not, but obviously she's so gifted and talented. I just don't. I couldn't tell you. I know that. I know that one.
A lot of Swifties in the house for me. I got a nanny Swiftie. I got a dog lady Swiftie. I got a mom Swiftie, daughter Swiftie. My son came to me yesterday.
Yeah.
Upset. Comes home. He goes, Dad, I need your help. I said, what's up? He goes, can we go talk in the office? We call the staircase the office. So we can go sit in the staircase by ourselves.
It'd be great if he went and sat on the toilet, just pulled his pants down. I was like, come on, shut the door.
Like, I talked to you about the office. He goes, can I tell you? I said, yeah. He goes, I need you to do something about this car ride. I go, all right, what's up? So him and his sister and the nanny, they drive to do ninja. They do like, the obstacle course, workout thing for an hour to burn off some things at the school. He goes, we're going to ninja. And on the way there, it's all their songs. And on the way back, I only got 2 songs. I said, okay. I said, what's wrong? He goes, they outnumber me and they just tell me. And when I say something, they say, you got to listen, but I didn't get to listen to the songs.
Yeah.
It was really funny. So we had to have a talk last night after. I had to call them in. I said, okay, guys, we got to be fair. I said, you get, either we do 1 and 1 each or we do one way there, one way back. You guys do it fair. And then he goes, well, that's not fair because there's traffic on the way home. So it's a long time. So he's very smart. Yeah. So we had to do 1 and 1 now. So, yeah.
So your daughter, is it just Taylor Swift?
No, she's music all over. She loves AJR, Imagine Dragons, Olivia Rodrigo. She listens to. She listens to all of it. She does.
Right.
She loves it. She even likes old school. They like Motown. They love one of my favorite songs of all time is September, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
So that's like their favorite song. When they put it on, they'll be like, Dad. They'll put it on their Alexa like if they don't want to go to bed yet.
Right.
They'll be playing in their room. They'll be having a dance party, and they know I'm going to come in and start dancing with them, and they know I won't be mad. So, that's music was always in my house though. Growing up though, my mom listened to her Gloria Gaynor. It's Raining Men was a big one, but she loved Streisand. My mom was a huge.
No.
It was always on.
That's a death sentence.
It was always on though. I just remember too. It was the Duets album. The Duets album was Frank Sinatra and he sang with somebody else. All the his. Was it Frank Sinatra? The Duets album.
Yeah,
Frank
it was
Sinatra or
Sinatra.
Barbara Streisand. It was Sinatra that sang with somebody else.
Yeah, he took all of his
Songs,
old standards and coupled up with
peeps.
different people. He did one with like U2. It was really weird, but I remember that. Yeah,
The Duets album that was always in the house.
and then there were other artists that did it. Like they had the Dean Martin duets, and
Yeah, the duets became like a thing. The Sinatra one was the one that played in my house, though.
yeah,
Your mom listened to a lot of Asian music in the house? Who's the Asian Sinatra?
just on repeat. Da, 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 da.
Who's Korean Sinatra?
A Korean Sinatra?
Yeah.
I would have Psy.
He made a banger, dude. Oh my God, Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
That's unbelievable.
My favorite is when that elevator opens
Oh, and he
it's
fires
just
out.
that skinny weird guy pumping. Like that.
My favorite part of you saw the way he takes the stage, right? They shoot him out of like a catapult, right? But my favorite part of that is before when he looks at the camera to let them know he's ready and he gives the cocky. Like that. That's not, and then he goes flying out. But Psy, man, I just recently saw that Psy at an award show brought out MC Hammer with him. And
Really?
Psy and MC Hammer, they did a mashup of Hammer Time and Gangnam Style, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
It was good.
It was so good.
Psy
And MC Hammer's like 86 years old doing his whole thing.
still
Like,
doing
he's
it, right?
Still doing it.
Remember back in the day was like, who's the better dancer? Michael Jackson or Hammer?
Yeah.
It was like,
What?
it was MJ.
That was a real quandary.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I
Super
didn't know.
fan.
Super fan of the.
I mean, I
You don't remember that?
never until you just said that. I never even put them in the same universe.
When Hammer blew up, that first, it was fucking
all over.
massive.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
That always comes through though. You get that. You get the Britney or Christina. You got the Chris Brown or Usher.
Right.
You got the back in the day. It was
well, it was Prince and MJ
Prince
for a
and
long
MJ.
time, and that was like I think they had like legit
beef.
beef or whatever. Yeah. Wow. And then I think Michael Jackson sent him bad to see if they could do that together, and he was
And he said no.
He'll be in the video. Yeah.
He said no. He was supposed to be the other guy, and they molded the guy as him.
Yeah.
He looks like a Prince.
Excuse me.
Fake Prince. If we had a dance battle, who wins? You think?
Oh, you. You'd mop me up.
I don't know if you. Oh, I would love to.
I could goof.
I would love goof is fun.
I
You
can
have
goof,
that.
but
You
I
do the
don't-
sprinkler really funny. I've seen you do a sprinkler. I've seen you pop out a sprinkler.
I got the greatest hits, but I'm by no means.
Do you dance at a wedding?
No,
No.
not my thing.
Really?
Even at my own wedding, I
Good
was
luck.
like,
Good luck keeping me off the dance floor at a wedding.
"Oh, you
Good luck keeping me off the dance floor anyway.
Put a quarter in this
Put
one.
a quarter, maybe you wind me up.
kick back,
I say to the missus, I'll see you after this thing.
drenched in sweat."
Yeah, dredged. It was so funny. We recently went to Vegas for something, and we ended up. We were with. It was us and a bunch of my wife's girlfriends came, and they go, "We want to go dancing," and I was like, "All right." Like we're in Vegas, and it was like late. I was like, "All right." So we ended up going to the club we go to the club in the Wynn. Which is like a thing. Diplo was DJing, right? And we go in, and it's all these 40-something moms. Most of us had pajamas on, and I was like, I don't know how we can get in. And I walk up, the guy's like, Joe. I'm like, hey man. And he's like, you coming in? I'm like, yeah, me and this pajama party. I'm gonna come rock. And we rocked out until like it was so fun.
Okay, you ready?
Go.
This is the classic example of the disparity between you and I.
Okay.
Miami, me, you, Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
You and Vince took the dance floor, and I was just on the peripheral, just watching it, dying laughing.
You were at the bar serving up the drinks.
I was just hanging at the bar watching you guys and just socializing and having a great time. But watching you guys take the floor because you do your thing, which is absolutely hilarious. You become a black hole. In other words, you start spinning and everybody comes within your circumference. And it's a tunnel of fun. It's just you become the grand marshal, and then Vince is actually like a really good dancer. He can really dance.
For a lanky son of a bitch, man, he covers a lot of feet. He's really good. Yeah.
6'5", he's got agility. He looks, but he has a great time out there. But it's rare I've seen him do that.
He let loose. I think
he let loose with you.
I think it gave him license because I was being such a spectacle that he was like, "Oh, I can't. People aren't going to even look as much at me." But
I'll tell you, the last time I danced, our mutual friend, I won't say his name, but a mutual friend of ours had a wedding, and that was the last time I think I danced because my wife was with me.
Yes.
And a boy band member took the stage and took over the wedding for about a good hour.
Yep.
I thought he was just going to go up and dance, and he got the party started.
He was better. The band wanted to bring him on the road with them.
Yeah, and the band was copying him. Yeah. My buddy, this is one of my favorite Vegas stories ever. So we go to like one of those clubs at the Wynn, whatever, Hakkasan or whatever. We're sitting in the owner's table, booth or whatever, in the center of the entire thing. Okay?
The whole block. I know. I love that spot. I know that it surrounds you. You're in the middle of it all. You're the eye of the tornado.
Middle, yeah. We're the Joe Gatto of tables. Okay. So we're sitting there, and my buddy Jason Dallas gets up and he starts doing his.
Dallas has good moves.
I think it's hilarious, but he loves dancing. Okay, he loves dancing. He loves bad music. So he's doing his thing, and he's standing on the thing, and he's dancing. I'm dying laughing. I'm like, what a moron, you know?
Right.
And then in the booth next to us, Jerry Rice sits down. Holy shit, it's Jerry Rice. It's like
Hall of Famer Jerry Rice?
Hall of Famer
wide
Jerry
receiver
Rice.
for the 49ers?
Whoa!
Look at that. I used to play him on Madden. Don't be
wakey,
I
eggs
used to
and
play
bakey.
Madden, and he was one of my receivers.
But Jerry Rice comes in, and we're like, oh my God, we got to talk to Jerry. We got to figure out a way to like say hi. How do we do this? Within 3 minutes, he's standing next to Dallas, and Dallas is going like this, and then Jerry Rice is like keeping up with him.
Great.
And then they're like dancing together, and I fell over. I was laughing so hard because I couldn't believe my friend, who I think is a dud on the dance floor, Jerry Rice is copying him like, I stand corrected.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we go to this place, Trade Winds, and I would used to, and Jersey Shore, you had the girls have, what
was it called?
Trade Winds.
Oh, Trade Winds.
Trade Winds. So
Okay,
all the girls would be there, and all the girls on the Jersey Shore, you'd have a lot of wallflowers. You know, they'd be really pretty, but they wouldn't be sure if they want to dance, whatever. So I would do
Catholic girls start much too late.
That's right. Billy Joel. He wasn't there. So, so we would stand there, and it'd be an empty dance floor. And I would just be outside with my boys, and we'd all be hanging out. And they would just be sitting there, and everybody, and I would go up to like a group of girls, and I said, "Could you do me a favor? You got to hold this drink for me for a second." And I would start stretching out in front of them, and the girl would just be standing there holding my like ginger ale, and I'd be like, "Hold on, I can't hurt nothing. Give me, thank you." I was like, "Make sure you stretch out before we hit it." And I would go out, and I would just start the whole thing. I used to get waters for people and make sure people were hydrated on the dance floor. Like, you gotta stay hydrated out here. Like, that was my thing. But I would just love an empty dance floor. It would just be waiting for me to go.
Yeah.
And it was
you kick it. I think I can picture it. You start with a hard shuffle.
Yeah.
You come out and you start shuffling.
Cock of the walk. You gotta
enter. You do that. That's your go-to where you're kind of like a dog sniffing around. You're seeing.
I'll even drop a hard 30 seconds, peace out, and wait to see what happens. Come back, see if they need a little bit more fertilizer for the dance floor to sprout into a garden of fun. And then I'll give a little bit kickball chain, maybe a spin ski, little robot if they need it. Then, you know.
A kickball chain. Kickball chain. That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite dancer?
A favorite dancer?
Yeah.
Myself. No. You mean no? I appreciate great movies. I will say, what's the dance? Step Up, not that movie. What was the movie we were talking about in the other one?
Step Up.
You say that, but I don't think it's Step Up.
It's literally.
Is it
Step
the
Up.
two crews that fight each other?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
a whole
That's Breaking.
franchise.
No, Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. Don't get me started. They were phenomenal. The Boogaloo was so much better than the original.
No.
What's the dance crew one? And the whole is
Save the Last Dance.
no.
Footloose.
No, that's the one with the.
No.
Step Up.
Okay, Step Up is not the one I'm thinking about.
Center
it's two,
Stage.
It's two dance
You've
crews.
had this conversation
Center Stage.
literally two times in 2 days.
I know.
Stomp the
Whoa,
Yard.
whoa.
Stomp
Bring
the
it on.
Yard.
No, Bring It On. It's the cheerleading movie.
Flashdance.
No.
Saturday Night Fever.
Nah, these are-
Honey.
Honey
is a
Google
good- that's
this.
a deep
No,
cut.
Honey is a deep cut with
It's
Jessica
Jessica
Alba.
Alba.
She crushed it.
What about
Choreographed.
the British classic Shall We Dance?
You are the worst producer
Singing in the
any
rain.
podcast.
Singing in the rain. Step Up to the Streets.
Is you know what? Do me a favor. Google
I'm actively.
I guarantee it's Step Up.
It's Step Up.
who's in. Read me the synopsis to Step Up.
Okay, coming right at you right now. Step Up.
And if this is not the movie I'm thinking of, you're going to step down as our producer.
You're gonna step
well,
out.
who do you think is in Step Up? Let's start there.
You got served. Is what I'm talking about. Thank you. You got served. It's the most classic. But be wildin'. That one. You know that is unbelievable to watch.
I never saw it.
Wait, but now I want to read the synopsis of
Okay,
Step
read
Up.
this. Yeah. Step Up is a love story.
Step Up is an American romantic dance
Thank you.
franchise created by Dwayne Adler.
Right.
The franchise includes 6 films and a television series.
Channing Tatum's in it, right? Or no? Was it what's her face? The blonde.
Step Up, the original had.
Is the girl that she's a ballet dancer and then she ends up going to the streets. That's it. That's Step Up, right? She's a ballet
No,
dancer. She meets.
Channing is in it.
No, that's a
Jenna
different
Dewan.
Say it again.
Jenna Dewan.
Yes, Channing's in the Step Up. I'm talking about what was it? You Got Served. You Got Served is the most classic dance movie. Yeah, You Got Served is with the two crews, and they're battling each other out. And Rosie Perez is at the end, and they battle, and there's going to be a tie. And then who gets up at the end? Fat Man Scoop, maybe rest in peace, and goes, "We don't do ties here," and they battle it out. It's phenomenal.
Oh, the classic Omarion movie.
Yes, Omarion.
He's
a great
a dancer.
He's a great dancer. Omarion.
You Got Served. 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not well liked. Not well liked. This
yo,
feature.
the movie got served on Rotten Tomatoes.
14%.
You've never seen. We got to watch You Got Served together on the road.
I'll watch it.
You'll love it.
Is there a documentary on it?
There's a documentary about it. It's called Watching You Got Served.
I'll check it
You've
out.
been served.
You've been served.
Totally different thing.
You've been served. You've been
famous.
served 3 times a day, right? You start off with breakfast.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, you've been served. Yeah, so I would highly recommend that. I don't dance with a crew though. I can't dance with a crew. People they hold me down.
You can't be confined. You have a gift.
No, I can't. You know, I'm not a big choreography guy. Like if somebody tries to teach me a dance, I can't do it. I have to have my own beat. I'm beating my own drum.
If they called you for Dancing with the Stars, where's it? Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the
First
Stars.
of all, you have to be a star. Second of all,
Some of the stars these days,
did that to me. That's what the stars did with me.
you would actually be a star. They would be excited to see.
Did that to me though.
Would you
I wouldn't
ever do it?
Never now.
No.
No.
Why not?
Once they brought Anna Culvey, what's her name? Anna Delvey. Once
Who's
they
that?
once they did Anna Delvey, she actively had a bracelet on. She was a criminal, and they had her on it.
Oh, and she's white.
So many things about it. Yeah, I didn't. I'm not a big. Once I did that, I was like, this has gone so far away from the original concept.
You know, I used to love watching The Bachelor or Bachelorette. It was just a guilty pleasure.
It's great.
And
it's fallen apart for you.
then became, I think about 5 years ago, became so insulting. Like, do you think I'm this stupid? However, you're. I was like, I can't do this anymore, Jess. This is so.
For me, for
insulting.
Bachelor, when that started falling off a little bit. Now, anybody listening right now is like, what am I listening to? Because there's two comedians talking about The Bachelor. But I will say this here: what fell apart for me was when it came too incestuous. Too many people knew each other on it. Like they had known each
No,
other.
you're
from
talking about
before.
Bachelor in Paradise.
No. I'm talking about Bachelor and Bachelorette, where they were like, "Oh, you want to date? We brought the guy you dated with," and then they knew and like that, and then they started casting people in the mix from the old ones. They gave them second shots. I didn't really like that.
Yeah, once you're gone, you got to be gone.
There's enough people looking for love in all the wrong places. Why you got somebody else going there? I think I would do well on The Bachelor. I was thinking about when I got separated from my wife, I was going to do it.
Really?
I thought I'd be on The Bachelor. Yeah, the Golden Bachelor because I'm old now. Well, you can be a bachelor with kids, I guess. But it's kind of weird.
that first. I mean, I I know it's all about like love and romance and the hot air balloon,
Yeah,
you're going
for
to
sure.
France, whatever. I love at the first episode, they go, this season on the most exciting Bachelor. And then
The
they
most
show
dramatic season ever.
Yeah. And then they show all the romance and everything, and then it just cuts like a hard cut. He doesn't understand me. And that's when I'm like, oh,
Glass breaking.
I'm so hooked.
People storming out. Where are you going?
I can't just like
I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this.
There's always that.
Crying in the corner. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. all
She
time.
got a wine glass in the driveway like that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's tough, man. It is a roller coaster of emotion, that show.
It really
and
is.
I've befriended a bunch of people on. Like I've seen people at different bachelors. I will say I'm famous.
Like contestants?
Yeah, I'm famous. People know me, right? My wife could give less of a turd about any of it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're at a Jingle Ball, an iHeart radio Jingle Ball extravaganza at Madison Square Garden. I get the backstage passes as I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking around and it was JoJo, who was one of the bachelorettes from the season.
I think that might have been the last one I watched.
And my wife goes, "Oh my God, that's JoJo." I said, "Oh," she goes, "From Bachelor." I said, "Oh, JoJo." She turns around and goes, "Joe," and runs to me and jumps and hugs me. And I'm holding JoJo.
Yeah.
And I turn around, my wife is crying like who it is, like who it is. And I'm like, I was like, "Oh my God." I said, "This is my wife, Bessie." And my wife was like, hi. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, that's what gets it. 2 minutes before that, I was like hanging out with like everybody else. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what she lost it on.
This is Paul McCartney. Cool. And you got a picture, JoJo Joe.
JoJo, Bessie Joe.
JoJo Joe next to Tony.
We did it again. Yeah, I love it.
Should we get
hop
into this?
into it. Let's solve some problems.
All right.
Remember, guys, we're here for you. This is the part of the show where this is the meat and potatoes. This is where the rubber meets the road.
This is it.
We're here. Your queries, you send us anything. It could
We're
be trivial. It
really
could be
trying to
personal.
help people with their problems. That's what the moms is about. So if you got some problems, send us our way and we'll solve them.
Yeah. 2coolmomspod@gmail or 2coolmomspod at Instagram. And you could, or the new iHeart.
Tap to touch to talk. What's it called? Talkback on the
Talkback
iHeart
feature.
Radio app. You go, you hit the button, and it records a voice message. Boom, and it comes to us.
And we get it and we can answer you.
Yeah.
And you'll be on the show.
All right.
Bing bong. We're going to kick off the questions today with Colleen, who says, "Hi, mommies. When you have an off day or are in a funk, what are feel-good things you can do to make yourself feel better?"
Whiskey.
Sleepy sleeps.
Oh, I love a good sleep. I absolutely love a good sleep.
Do you just turn it off and be like, I'm going to try this again? I think she means she can't go to sleep. She has to fight through it.
Wait, what? Hold on.
So what do you do to get?
Oh,
in a
she's
good
in a
mood?
funk.
She's in a funk.
She's
How do you
in
get
a
out?
funk.
Well, a nap could work. A power nap could work for sure.
I love giving yourself to the moment, going, okay, it is what it is. So you know what? I love, like when I'm just down and out, I love nothing more than to just go on my couch, pull a blanket over me and go, you know what? I'm just going to watch something that makes me feel good. And there's probably 3 or 4 movies that I always go to that just make me happy. And I'll watch one of those and I'll have like a guilty eat. Maybe I'll go to Arby's, get a Jets pizza, and I just give into it, go, all right, you're going to ride it out. It's going to get better. It's like the weather. It's a moment in time. But, I process it. I try to figure out, do I need to be accountable for something here if I'm in a funk? Was this self-caused? Was it self-inflicted? Did I do something to cause this? And usually the answer is no, because I'm pretty fucking awesome.
You're pretty awesome,
I
yeah.
got it figured out.
Yeah.
So
that's probably
it's
not
the
your
world's fault.
Who's messed with you is really what you're going to figure that part out.
Yeah. Who's in my crosshairs now?
I do think you do a valid point to figure out why the funk. Sometimes the funk just is the funk. Something's happening, balancy,
Sometimes
emotionally.
it's an uptown funk.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a downtown funk. The midtown funks are the worst. You get caught in traffic coming across 47th. But I will say sometimes a funk is what a funk is. It's gonna be funkalicious. I'm sorry, Miss Funky. Hey, this is how we. Sometimes you get a bunch of funkies together. You got a Marky Mark and you get the Funky Bunch. And you got to figure it all out. Honestly, I think getting to the bottom of why you're in a funk could help you solve it the quickest.
Yeah.
Is it because like you're upset with something you did, or you're upset about a situation you can't, if it's out of your control kind of deal? But for me, quick fixes for sure is a good song.
Yeah.
is to get your body moving. Don't sit there. I'm the opposite of you. I need to get it like going. So I'll hit the music and just bop around a little bit in the house.
Yeah.
A good song versus a good movie. I think it's a quicker fix too, because sometimes you can't shut it down for that long. But also, I'll pet a dog. For me, it's a dog. I get my dogs.
There you go.
For sure. I'll lay on the floor and go, heal me. And they'll all just come and lick me.
Heal me.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, sometimes I'll literally just lay on the floor and have all my dogs just with me.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot. So I think that's an endorphin.
And they
I
pick up
guess
on
it's all
it,
about
too.
getting the endorphins up, right?
The dogs pick up on it too.
100%.
Yeah.
My dog could tell if I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Spumoni, 100% could tell. Will come lay right on the pillow with me. Sometimes they'll give me the space.
Yeah.
They'll wait for me to look. Biscotti will just sit far away, and then I'll just go like this, and she's like, "Oh my god," like come here, kind of deal.
How about this? What about when one of your kids is in a funk? What do you do?
Oh, see, I have a hard time with that because my wife and I take very different approaches to that.
Yeah.
I don't allow yourself to be in a funk.
Right.
Shake it off, as she says. Like get over it. Like work through it.
Yeah.
Like let's go. Why you in the funk? You could be happy. And then Bessie is more like, hey, it's okay to be sad, kind of deal.
Yeah.
And which I don't disagree with, but I also think there's a time limit.
Yeah.
Okay. Like why you're sad, figure it out. But she's like, let them sit in it. So we had a thing a little while ago. My daughter, as she's getting older, she's 9 years old now, is getting lost in her emotions. And she said to me, I don't know why I'm sad. I just am.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have no idea what to do here.
Right.
Because I don't think I've ever said that or felt that in my life. I don't think I've been said and not known why, And as she's getting older, of course, it's something like that. And then Bessie's like, you got to let her be sad. She'll figure it out.
Sure.
And of course she did. So I have a tough time with my kids being in a bad mood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same. Like, I think in our household, it's the same thing where it's like my wife is a little more like, they'll process it.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. And I'm always like, even if we get in an argument, I'm like, no, we're going to figure this out now. Let's get it over with. Let's address it and move on,
Sometimes you make it worse because then it's like it would have just run away.
Just tell me.
It would have just went away.
Yeah. Just trivial. But another good thing, a good walk. I
Walks
love
are
a
great.
good walk.
Walk's great. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love
a fresh air walk. Not a
air
treadmill.
walk. No.
I'm talking get out in the elements, hear the birds chirpy chirps. You want to maybe smell a breeze. You want to smell a nice sea salt if you're by the ocean.
Hey, Rick.
What's
up, Janet? How's Bobby?
You know, turn around.
One of those
see
neighborhood
familiar
guys.
faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a walk's great.
Walk's great.
Clear your head is like a true thing, right? That's a real thing. If you can clear your head, because then you can get down to the bottom of it a little bit quicker too, if you just stop thinking about it. So I guess it's endorphins. What do? You got a dog, you got music, you got a movie. It's give yourself some space by taking a walk, not interacting, a quick meditation. People like this TMI. You hear that? No, that's too much information. What is
transcendental meditation?
TCM. No, that's teaching the Christian.
Movies.
Transcendental.
There's a thing where you sit and you meditate for a little bit.
Yeah.
So a little bit of that, you could circle up.
Light
a candle. People like a candle.
Excuse me?
Yeah, people like a candle. You never heard that? Stare at a candle. I got that thrown at me once. You never heard that? You never heard that? You heard that? Stare at a candle? No, you were making a face like you haven't.
Stare at a
You
candle?
made that up.
No, I've heard light a candle.
Can you
Google it?
I'm actively doing it.
He's actively Googling
put light a candle? It'll say birthday. No one's meditating. Otherwise, you light a candle for a bunch of kids. They're just going to go.
They shut down. Blow them out. Yeah. No, you stare at like the flame. The flicker helps you.
Come on, dude. I've never heard of that in my life.
The practice, also known as trakata, involves focusing on a single object, such as a candle, for a few minutes or longer. Candle gazing, oh my God, that's what we call
Candle
it.
gazing.
Candle
Come on,
gazing
man.
meditation involves focus, mental health. It improves focus, mental health, sleep, and spiritual wellness.
I stand corrected. I've never heard of that in my life.
Apology accepted, America.
I am sorry.
Candle gazing. That's what they
Candle
call it.
gazing.
That's a cool term. Candle gazing.
Candle gazing?
I've done it a couple times, but I didn't realize. I was trying everything a couple years ago to make stuff work. I was doing everything. I was hitting my head against the wall, eating ice cream by the gallon. I was like, why won't I feel nice? Candle gazing. I'm taking other people's dogs. Give me that dog. Yeah, candle gazing. That's something. Yeah, I guess anything that there's nothing across the board. I don't think that works. But I will say, taking a walk, like fresh air, I feel like works for everybody.
Yeah, I love leaving even my phone and just go. You're gonna
say my family. I like leaving my family.
I just throw the car and park and walk into the woods one day. I'm like, bye.
Leaving your phone behind, not even having that, right? Just forced to be in
just giving myself the moment to process that whatever it is I'm going through.
Yeah.
Some of the best jokes I've ever written have been when I'm exercising or walking. Like when I jump rope, I'll all of a sudden, the best jokes the easiest jokes are like the surface ones, right?
Yeah.
But the hardest ones are the ones where you just keep drilling and keep drilling and keep drilling. And then there's gold like 50 feet down. And you did the work and you became that Plinko chip to get down to the thing. And it's like, when you get down to that, you have to give yourself the time to do it. But you have to like sit there and process it and just keep thinking about it. How far can I take this joke? And it's usually when I'm jumping rope or walking that I come up with the best stuff or the best fix for a scene or the best,
That's when your mind's most.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. For me, it's when I'm donut gazing.
Donut gazing?
I really want to eat that donut.
I love
do pastry
Korean,
gazing.
I do Korean barbecue gazing.
Oh yeah,
I could just do that and watch the food sizzle.
There is something about that, and I'll talk about a very good friend of ours right now, Mark.
Yeah.
Who, when he gets an inner happiness when he's about to eat, he does his num num dance. We call it. He goes, num, 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 num. He's super excited. There is something about that where that could put you in a pretty good mood too when you're excited to eat a good meal.
Peter Billingsley, he got the Ron Popeil Set It and Forget It. Do you remember that thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The like rotisserie chicken thing that you put in like you set it and you forget it and you put whatever you want in. And what we would do is we'd get like a full chicken. And he would get one of those like a turkey base or whatever, but it was like, no, it was the injection thing.
Yeah.
He would melt butter and inject butter into the chicken, like in like 6 different places. And we would just watch this thing spin. And we would watch it for like 2 hours, like, oh my God.
Like watching the Super Bowl.
I cannot wait to eat this thing. We were so excited. That was one of my
But
favorite.
look how smiley he is right now.
I'm so happy right now just thinking about it because we had
Food
some
is definitely
great
for
meals.
us, for me and most of my friends. I think a good meal or a food together is just a thing.
My day revolves around it. On the road,
I
as
know.
soon as I get to the hotel, I'm like,
I know.
I will spend an hour
While we're
thinking,
eating,
what can I?
while we're eating lunch together, you are Googling where we're going to have dinner, and that's true.
Oh, yeah.
He does it all the time. He's like, oh, I heard about this lunch spot. Okay, we're going to, I heard about this dinner spot. I'm like, I just finished my order here.
Love it. Because, I mean, we travel so much, you can only go to like the
An
ballpark
Arby's.
or the museum or the Arch in St. Louis, like so many times. Like for me now, it's like finding
The good food.
a really, really great food spot.
Okay, so I think that was a lot of good help. We had
Lots of
from
great
there.
fun.
So
We'll
eat,
dive
walk, and be
into
merry.
the next. Oh, and that was a Showtime rotisserie grill, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Showtime,
Yeah.
and that was a great infomercial. Like you
Yeah.
could sit in that and watch that. I could watch.
I
that
would
for
watch
2
the
hours.
infomercial.
Yeah, I
as
like
much
it.
as I watched.
You were the infomercial. You and Pete were the infomercial.
Ron Popeil.
Clark asks us, I'm wanting to leave my job where I'm treated poorly because I have a dream that I really want to chase of being a pro wrestling journalist, but a part of me is scared to go out and take a shot. What would you recommend I do in this scenario?
I would recommend this day and age with social media and everything, take your passion and just start doing it. Writing at night, writing in your free time, writing during your lunch break, and see if you can build a following. And then if you build a following enough, then go off and quit your job and monetize that. But to just think I'm going to be a pro wrestling journalist,
Yeah,
it's like,
that's a tough jump.
yeah, I think 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe.
Well, you had to do it that way 10 years ago, 15
Yeah.
years ago. You could start a YouTube channel now or a thing and get into the game pretty easily, pretty self-motivated,
Yeah.
and also monetize on it. If you start hitting a thing on a TikTok and you start getting some money or, or getting some, if you get some influencer money or content creation money, from like if you start a YouTube channel, you could actually get some supplemental income.
Yeah.
And then that becomes your job. I don't like taking a jump to something that's something that, I mean, you could make yourself a little bit of a net before you jump here.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Give yourself 6 months to build up a little bit of a following. If you're really enjoying it, you're dipping your toe in the water and you're liking it. Because like with me, with comedy, it was always the side hustle. I say that all the time, right? It was always my 5 to 9. My 9 to 5 was selling baby furniture, doing whatever the hell I had to do, selling pants at Nordstrom. And then I would get into the comedy.
Yeah.
So, and then when the chance came, a real opportunity, and I was confident in myself enough knowing that I was good at it, I did the jump.
Yeah.
So I think you need to dabble first here and start doing it on the side and make your passion's there. Get a hobby that helps support it.
Yeah, there isn't a comic in the world that just like literally went from doing nothing to I'm going to be a stand-up comic. You got to do your 9 to 5.
Yep.
And then the comedy was the 5 to 9 for
Yep,
sure.
for sure.
Or 5 to midnight.
Yeah, for sure. So I would recommend jumping in, starting a YouTube channel or a blog, if you will. A blog's still a thing.
Well, I mean, there like Substack. Isn't that like a
Reddit,
Reddit's more of a forum.
a forum.
Yeah.
Difference
But-
between a forum and a blog.
Yeah, yeah.
What's Substack? It's like essays.
Isn't that like a journalist thing where
Yeah,
they
Substack.
create? Yeah, you build your own following through that. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So get a Substack.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll get a Substack.
yeah. Just like Jared.
No, he got a 6-inch. Yeah, Substacks. I would say that's a good thing. Start your Substack, send it to us, we'll promote it.
Yeah.
Substacks.
There you go.
Pro wrestling. Have you watched pro wrestling lately?
I have not lately. No, I've watched pro wrestling in the past.
I watched that Vince McMahon documentary. Obviously, there's so much to it.
I thought you were
but
just gonna say obviously.
made me. What's that?
I thought you were just gonna stop after obviously. You're gonna say I
Obviously.
watched a Vince McMahon documentary. Obviously.
But it made me nostalgic
Yeah.
of like growing up and Macho Man and the Hulkster and British Bulldogs. And I was like, man, I remember like Saturdays and Sundays
For
just
sure.
glued to it and having the figures.
The
and
Junkyard Dog was my favorite. Man.
JYD.
Yeah, I love them.
Oh, who was grab them cakes? Was that Coco Beware?
Coco Beware.
Coco Beware.
He had the parrots, right?
He had the parrot.
Yeah,
He
that was
came out with
great.
the.
I love that. He was
Dude, I
so
loved
fun.
him. He was awesome.
There's a lot of great
JYD
times.
was one of my Superfly.
Jimmy
Superfly Snuka.
Oh yeah, he was great. He was
Ricky
he was,
the Dragon Steamboat.
Well, of course you have to. Yeah, I mean that would be. That's like me. I was like, I like pasta fazool. It's like me not playing Super Mario Brothers growing up. I do remember with Ricky, not Ricky, with Superfly. Remember watching like it felt like you were watching a gymnast do stuff. You know what I mean? Like there was a different,
yeah.
It was like that. Some of those moves and things like back in the day. As a child, you're like, oh my god, it was crazy.
But the Hulkster, when he teamed up with Mr. T,
Yeah,
that to me was like,
yeah.
just like,
But you don't watch now though, do you?
I don't watch it now.
Yeah.
And obviously, I still have friends that like are super into it.
It's
I'm like, I
interesting.
don't.
Yeah, I have people my age that are super into it. It's
get it.
interesting. I was like, I feel like you graduate from that, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that don't.
It's I guess
They
it's a
still
good
enjoy it.
escape, but
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
don't
people go to live events and go nuts. I think that's fun.
I would
you
love
know?
to go. I've never seen a live
Me
wrestling
neither.
match.
Me
I know
neither.
I would get into it.
Yeah,
Maybe that would.
maybe that's
what
what
it flipped
that's what
for
we'll
me.
do.
Yeah.
This guy could write about it, and we go. The two cool moms go say it.
All right, let's do it.
Do you want to do one more?
One more.
Okay, we'll do a quick one here.
Do us a quick one, Mark.
A quick one. Okay, let me find a quick one for us. Oh, this one's a good one.
Good.
Sadie. That's a good name, right? Sadie?
Great.
SADIE.
Yeah,
Not
Sadie.
a Y.
My birthday's coming up next year.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great question. It's always coming up next year.
Just read that one more time, Mark. Read that one more time, please. One more time, buddy. Oh my God.
Okay, you guys, you're never gonna believe this. My birthday's coming up next year.
What?
Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks so much for joining us on Two Cool Moms. We appreciate you. Happy birthday, Sadie. You can follow us at Two Cool Moms Pod on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe, like, listen to us on the iHeart app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh my
and
God.
We'll see you next
And you
time.
can find my tour dates at joegattoofficial.com.
And you can find mine on punchup.live/Steve-Byrne, BYRNE. Take care, everybody.
These mommies love you, so show us some love.
Please rate us and review us. Follow us on all social media and subscribe to our YouTube.